everybody, this is Tanisha, also known as Crafty of Crafty Creations, and I wanted to do a brief tutorial this evening specifically regarding my Diva Wreath kit, my kit that you get from the Crafty Creations website, www.craftycreations.com. I've had several people want to know very specifically how my kit is put together when they are making their own Diva Wreaths. Now, my kit, well, there are several kits, I should say that first. There is one kit that we call a complete kit, and it comes with one of the female silhouettes. It comes with a wreath form for the back, either in plastic or wire. That kind of depends on what's been in stock. It comes with a 12-inch corrugated plastic circle, and we also include several zip ties for you to secure the wreath form to the plastic corrugated circle or to the silhouette head. Now we also have a kit, that's one, that is a complete kit. We also have a kit that is just the female silhouette. It is two of these silhouettes in one kit. We have a kit that is a praying diva, is what we call her silhouette. And then we also have the kit that we refer to as the Dawn, which is the male version of our silhouette. And what I'm going to demonstrate is how to attach everything that you need to this silhouette so that you can complete your Diva Wreath, either with the Christmas balls, which was my original creation, or the deco mesh, which Miss Chanel's created. There's a tutorial that I have utilizing leaves for the hair. I've seen it done with flowers. I'm not sure who the original creators of those designs are, but they are fabulous. But this one kit that I sell can help you put together any of those wreath designs, any of them, and whatever variations you come up with in addition to that. So what you're going to need to gather is essentially your wreath form kit, and we'll get started. Okay, so the first method that I want to show you all with my complete wreath form kit or the silhouette only kit is how to assemble using the corrugated plastic circle. The one method I recommend is to attach your wreath form before you ever attach it to this head. There were several people asking, how do you get the zip ties through the wood, blah, blah, blah. Well, what is easiest is to attach this wreath form prior to actually gluing the head to the corrugated plastic. You can attach this wreath form, either the plastic or the wire, utilizing the zip ties by punching holes. I'm going to demonstrate that for you right here. Okay, we have our corrugated plastic circle. This is what comes in the kit, and the easiest way to do this is to simply punch holes into the plastic circle, relatively close proximity, relatively close together, and attach the zip ties that way. This is also the method that I utilize. You see these two holes? This is also the method that I utilize when I am attaching the pipe cleaners on the deco mesh wreath, which you may have seen in another tutorial. But you'll poke two holes into your plastic circle and essentially just feed that zip tie right through. Feed the zip tie right through. Well, that is if my fingers will work this evening. All right, here we go. Feed that through, and you want to catch one of the rungs of your wire wreath like this and secure it. And I would recommend at least 2 zip ties on this. And then you want to cut this down, flip it over, find another spot to secure like this. Do the same thing, poke a couple holes for your zip ties to go through. And you'll feed those zip ties right through there again. Oops, I'm doing it backwards. Come over, through. As you can see, put that right on there again. We're going to turn it over and secure this one just like we did that first one. Very, very tightly. Secure as possible. Okay, now your wire wreath form is attached to your corrugated plastic, and you will assemble your wreath accordingly. Now, what I do after I've attached this wreath form is go ahead and glue my head onto the plastic, depending on which of those wreaths I'm doing. I position this square differently. Good grief. I position this circle differently depending on which of those wreath designs I'm doing. Now that's how I attached it to the plastic. And then we're going to glue, hot glue, that silhouette head right to this plastic circle. I might have went a little too hog wild with my glue. I'm going to go right about there. So I went too far with the glue, but this is essentially, and you're going to hold that. Sometimes I use a little clamp and just sit it aside and let it glue down nice and tight. Sit it aside, and that's how that goes. And then once it's put together, I don't want to do too much because it's still warm, but there's the back and there's the front. This is where you would attach your balls, your deco mesh, your leaves, your flowers, whoop, hot glue, whatever you choose to put on there. And that's basically the assembly. Plastic corrugated circle, wire wreath form, plastic could have been used as well, and glue the wooden head on. The other option is to purchase the silhouette only kit and buy your own plastic circle, or what I utilize are these cake boards from Walmart. This is a 10-inch board. They also come in a 12-inch board. This is a cake board. This is a piece of cardboard already cut perfect for us. So you take that cardboard and you do the same thing again. You punch your holes in it and attach your head just the same way as you did with the corrugated plastic. The cardboard, I find, is a little easier to utilize when I'm doing the deco mesh wreath, because I can poke through the cardboard much easier than I can poke through this plastic. But it's essentially the same assembly. Again, this is a 10-inch circle instead of a 12, but this is cardboard. 10-inch cake board or 12-inch cake board. I get these, this is a 10-pack. I paid, I think, $4 for this at Walmart, okay? So if you buy the silhouette only kit that comes with 2 of these little lady heads, or if you buy the Praying Diva kit, which comes with this silhouette, the Praying Diva silhouette, you poke holes in the cardboard. I'm going to show you. This is the back side. So we're going to poke. We're going to poke. We're going to take a wreath form to the back. Well, this is a 10-inch form. I'm going to have to move my holes because This is one of the 9-inch forms. But you're going to poke your holes right into the cardboard so that you can feed your zip ties through. Now, when I add zip ties to cardboard, I also add some additional glue. Going this way. I also add some additional glue to secure that, because really that cardboard could eventually just tear, and the wreath form, I believe, could come off of the back. I don't know. But I always add, after I put that zip tie on, I go back and add glue right around that zip tie to kind of help secure and fortify that cardboard a little bit. Now, once this dries and you've had a chance to let it set a little bit, then you will attach your wreath form right to the cardboard, once again with hot glue. And it will look like this. You see wreath form on the back, and that applies, this is just a regular cardboard cake board. Works with the balls, Christmas balls. It works with the deco mesh. It works with the leaves. It works with the flowers. It works with just about anything that you can glue to the cardboard. So either the Praying Diva or the regular Diva Wreath, either or, that's on the cardboard. So here we have the cardboard version if you just purchase silhouette only, and we have the complete wreath kit version if you purchase my full kit. All right, now the easiest option for putting together the kit that I offer is hot glue. That's the easiest way. Now, that may not be the longest lasting way, especially if you are making these products to sell to other individuals that are going to want to hang these up year after year after year. I would recommend one of the other methods for securing this cardboard to the wreath form and the silhouette. But hot glue will do it. You'll probably be able to hang the wreath for a season or two, but after that, it's probably going to start falling apart, and you're going to have to start making a bunch of repairs. So, one way, or the easiest way, the simplest way, probably the fastest way to get your wreath form attached and your silhouette head is simply with hot glue. Now, the plastic form that we offer works best for hot glue. Now, I just feel like if you're going to sell these and you utilize my kit, I would recommend, so that the customers have a longer lasting product, that you would use a different method for applying this wreath form. But the hot glue works, and it does stay. And I've done it this way before, and I've used the wreaths, you know, for an occasion or two, but I just find eventually this thing comes off and I end up having to glue it again. But that's one way to get it done. So you can attach that wire wreath form right to the back of that. And then, of course, your silhouette attaches, once again, to the same corrugated plastic circle right on the front. And again with hot glue. That's how you assemble the wreath form to the corrugated plastic circle utilizing hot glue. Now, this definitely would have to dry a lot longer and set to make sure this thing stays on. This also will work with the hot glue utilizing the wire form. So just to wrap it up real quick for you guys, I want to show you again the different methods that we have for putting these kits together. Now, if you buy the complete kit that comes with the corrugated plastic, the wreath form, the silhouette, and the zip ties, there are a couple of methods you can use. One being glue and zip ties. Zip ties, glue. You can just only use glue and attach your silhouette head via glue to the plastic circle and glue the wreath form to the back of the circle. That's the second method. And actually that wreath form can be, as I stated before, put on prior to you even attaching the silhouette head. And then the last method, which does require some additional tools, is where you actually drill holes into the corrugated plastic and the wood form to attach your wreath form and the silhouette head to the plastic corrugated circle. So I hope that helps folks that are ordering my kits. I really appreciate you all going by my website and checking me out on Instagram, subscribing to my YouTube channel. But I wanted to make certain that I was offering something and also showing you all how to utilize the fabulous kits that we have. So once again, we have the Praying Diva, which comes as a silhouette by herself. We have the complete kit that comes with the corrugated plastic, your wreath form, your zip ties, and your silhouette. Or we have the two-head kit, which is just 2 silhouette heads. And we offer the Dawn, which is the male version of the Diva, the male counterpart. And he comes with a free SVG download to utilize your Cricut machine and make his beard. I thank you all for hanging out with me for a little bit tonight. Once again, the name is Craft Tea Creations. I'm Craft Tea. And you can find me on Instagram, Craft Tea of KC. I'm on Twitter, Craft Tea of KC. Our kits are located at www.craftteacreations.com. Don't forget that second T, craftteacreations.com. You can also check me out on Facebook, Craft Tea Creations LLC. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and happy crafting. Now, this last method for attaching or for assembling the wreath kit requires some additional tools. And what I utilize in this process are drill bits, which I just got this little titanium set, 4 little bits from Home Depot. I think it was $5. And my little cheap cordless screwdriver is what I utilize. So that's the tools I use for those that were asking if they have to drill this to secure it with the zip ties. Yes, you do. There's no way you could just literally poke through this hardboard. This is 1/8 inch. It's not so thick that a small drill bit wouldn't work, but it's definitely a little more than a hole punch or an ice pick is going to go through. What I recommend prior to doing any drilling, you can see I had already started on this one, but I'm going to show you exactly how you can put it together with a more permanent type of attachment. So I still recommend the glue just to kind of hold the head in place before you start the drilling. So you want to position this where you've decided that your corrugated plastic needs to be attached. And you're going to put that on there and let that dry, which you would do for several minutes, of course. And what I also would recommend is to go ahead and secure the wreath form that you're going to utilize on the back with a few dabs of glue prior to drilling, just so that everything stays in place. Now, this isn't going to be absolutely set. We're just using a little bit of glue just to kind of hold things in place while we work on the other side. So I'm going to add some hot glue and just hold this on and let it start to secure a little bit and dry. And then we will turn it over And the wire wreath form usually takes a lot more glue than the plastic, but this is just for demonstration purposes, and I'm really not letting this dry nearly as long as it needs to. But I want to show you how to drill these holes so that you can attach the zip ties. Now, what you have to do when you're putting the zip ties in is make sure where you're drilling is actually going to encompass this wire wreath. So I drill from the back side. So I just find a spot where I'm going to attach and use my little drill bit and right through the corrugated plastic and down, 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 all the way through my wood. You can see that went all the way through. And that's not anything just super difficult. On the other side of the wreath form, we'll make a second hole right through the corrugated plastic and on through the wood. And I do have to kind of push it in a little bit, but it goes through relatively easy. But from this point, as you can see, ignore those holes. These two holes here are the ones that I just put in. So you feed your zip ties through those holes from the back. Okay, we're going to put it through here, and then we're going to feed it back through this side. Okay, and then we come back to the back. Come back to the back, and then of course you're going to secure your zip tie. And you would do that in a couple of places on your silhouette. And this is a very secure and permanent way of doing that, but it does require some additional tools. Now then and again, you would poke two more holes through this side and attach additionally. But that allows you to go right through your wood form. Once again, I have this little $10 cordless screwdriver. I bought a set of drill bits, titanium drill bits from Home Depot. I think it was $5. And that's what works for me. So you have the method of using the drill bits with the zip ties, or you can use just simply the glue method, or you can utilize just the zip ties onto the corrugated plastic circle without going through the silhouette at all. Excuse me. So just to wrap it up real quick for you guys, I want to show you again the different methods that we have for putting these kits together. Now, if you buy the complete kit that comes with the corrugated plastic, the wreath form, the silhouette, and the zip ties, there are a couple of methods you can use. One being glue and zip ties. Zip ties, glue. You can just only use glue and attach your silhouette head via glue to the plastic circle and glue the wreath form to the back of the circle. That's the second method. And actually that wreath form can be, as I stated before, put on prior to you even attaching the silhouette head. And then the last method, which does require some additional tools, is where you actually drill holes into the corrugated plastic and the wood form to attach your wreath form and the silhouette head to the plastic corrugated circle. So I hope that helps folks that are ordering my kits. I really appreciate you all going by my website and checking me out on Instagram, subscribing to my YouTube channel. But I wanted to make certain that I was offering something and also showing you all how to utilize the fabulous kits that we have. So once again, we have the Praying Diva, which comes as a silhouette by herself. We have the complete kit that comes with the corrugated plastic, your wreath form, your zip ties, and your silhouette. Or we have the 2-head kit, which is just 2 silhouette heads. And we offer the Dawn, which is the male version of the Diva, the male counterpart. And he comes with a free SVG download to utilize your Cricut machine and make his beard. I thank you all for hanging out with me for a little bit tonight. Once again, the name is Craft Tea Creations. I'm Craft Tea. And you can find me on an Instagram, Craft Tea of KC. I'm on Twitter, Craft Tea of KC. Our kits are located at www.craftteacreations.com. Don't forget that second T, craftteacreations.com. You can also check me out on Facebook, Craft Tea Creations LLC. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and happy crafting.